Hey guys, this is IXRollOutIX with LEGO Transformers Kaizaur. So here we have Kaizaur in his T-Rex mode. Now, since the T-Rex is the king of the dinosaurs, his name comes from a combination of Kaiser, which means king, and dinosaur. So, here he is. He's mostly gray, except for his red eye there. Got the tail, his legs with the toes down here, his tiny little arms, and his mouth, which opens and closes. He also has this hinge up here so you can get the mouth open that far. The tail moves a little bit, and the legs go in and out. They also have a little joint here, so you can get him in sort of a wide stance position, and then open his mouth and he can roar. So that's kind of cool. No movement in the arms. I could have given him movement in the legs, but I just like how solid this is. There's less of a chance that it will fall apart, and I really like that. But it's very simple, very solid color scheme. There's not a whole lot of interesting detail on this guy. It's all very blocky and simplistic. So, let's transform this guy. Kaizaur's transformation is pretty interesting. What you're going to want to do is take this whole belly jaw assembly and bring that down. The legs are going to come out and fold all the way against the upper leg here, like that. Take the upper head and rotate that around like that, and bring it down. You're then going to want to hinge the body down and rotate this whole assembly through, like that, just to get it out of the way. Like that. Okay, then you take this bit of the tail and bring that down a little bit, and then make sure this stud friction in that does not fall apart, because that happens quite often. The connection between these two pieces isn't very solid, but this whole section rotates around through this cavity here, like that, and then you can just push this bit through. Rotate that around, bring it down, and then rotate this, and there you have the legs of the robot mode. Bring this bit forward, hinge that back, and bring down the whole chest assembly, like that. Finally, just bring the arms out a little bit and split the legs a little bit just to give him a better stance. And there is Kaizaur in his robot mode. Kaizaur's robot mode is equally as simple as his dinosaur mode, but there are some nice details to it. I like the top of the dinosaur head becoming the chest here. It extends out a little far, but I think it looks fine. This bit here is supposed to be the head. There is no facial expressions, but what I like is that the actual face is hidden in robot mode. This bit back here is the top of the dinosaur. The arms of the dinosaur end up on his back, which is kind of cool. They kind of like are spikes or something. The claws or feet of the dinosaur become his hands, and I like how the jaw and tail become his legs. I really like that bit of transformation. I also just like the shape of his body. Looks pretty nice, actually. I like the way this guy turned out. Not a lot of articulation. The legs go forward and back a little bit. He's got some waist rotation, a little bit of in and out movement here, and the arms have a little bit of variation, but there's really not a whole lot of articulation with this guy, and that's kind of the only downside I can see, but I'm not one to make my Transformers totally articulated, so I think it's fine. He looks nice, and that's all I care about. So, that is about it, guys, and this is IXRollOutIX, signing off.